Today on Sonar Tech Skills, we're going to be going over how to set up your Explorer MKII side scan sonar system.
Welcome to Sonar Tech Skills.
Join your host, Reagan Lipinski, as he travels the world training police, fire, and military professionals in side scan sonar. With nearly 2 decades of experience in the location, documentation, and recovery of underwater criminal evidence, he is now sharing that knowledge with you. Learn right alongside first responders so you too can master the world of sonar.
Hello, my name is Kyle Default. I work for Marine Sonic Technology, and we're out here today at the York River in Yorktown, Virginia, and we're going to be going over how to set up your Explorer MKII side scan sonar system. But first, before we get started, we need to go over the components that you're going to need to set up your system. First component is going to be your tow fish, followed by your tow cable, Ethernet cord, and your power cable, and then your topside box. All right, the first step to setting up your system is connecting your tow cable to your tow fish. Now, when you go to connect your tow cable to your tow fish, you'll notice that there are 6 holes in your wet end of your tow cable corresponding to the 6 pins on your tow fish. So there's no incorrect way in connecting your tow fish. So once you line up those holes, you just push the cable in, and then you screw the cable down, like so. All right, the second step is going to be hooking your strain relief to your tow fish. This is what's keeping this part of the cable safe from when you're towing it in the water. So how you do that is you hook it up to the carabiner, and then you should be good to go. Now, we do have some agencies that like to take one of the Velcro straps from the cable and hooking it around the tow fish to keep this cable secure to the tow fish, but it is not needed. The next step is going to be hooking up the tow fish to your topside box. By doing that, you take your dry end of your tow cable, and on your topside box, you're going to have 3 connections. Now, this is going to be your tow cable connection. Again, as well with your tow cable, there's only one way of putting it, so there's not going to be any confusion on where the cable goes. All right, the next step that you're going to be doing is hooking up your Ethernet cable from the topside box to your laptop. Again, if your Ethernet cable does get damaged, you can go to any store to get an Ethernet cable. We just put these fancy caps on it, but any Ethernet cable will work. So again, you go to your topside box, you'll notice that there's an Ethernet cable connection to it. So you just stick that in, screw it down, and now take your other end of your Ethernet cable and go to the back of your laptop and find your Ethernet cable connector and connect your Ethernet cable. All right, the final step in hooking up your system is hooking it up to power. Now, you can use any 12-volt battery. It doesn't have to be marine grade. You can use any 12-volt battery up to 24 volts for the European customers. But any 12-volt battery would be perfect. Now, you can use it, your boat battery to power the system. However, be aware that your boat battery is powering other things on your boat, so it might introduce some noise to your system. So we suggest that you use a separate 12-volt battery to power your system. So the way you hook it up is that you take your power cord, then you come over to your topside box, and you're going to hook it up to your power. Again, 3 holes for your power, corresponding to the 3 holes on the topside box. Once you get the power cable in, just screw this down. And now you hook up your power alligator clips to your battery. Now you want to hook up your power last, because if there's a surge in the system, it could damage the system, so you want to connect power last. Once power is connected, your system is ready to go. All right, now that you have your system connected, you have your tow cable connected from your tow fish to the topside box. You have your Ethernet cable connected from the topside box to your laptop. and you have your power cable connected to your topside box to your power source. Now the next step is to turn the topside box on. Now when you turn the topside box on, you'll see the silver button here. You press that and there should be a blue ring that illuminates on the topside box to show you that the power is on. Now you want to make sure that you turn the topside box on before you start your software. Now, if you look at your laptop, you'll see the C-Scan Survey icon. It's a dolphin icon. That's your C-Scan Survey software. Now below that, or somewhere on your laptop, there'll be an icon that says My Sonar Data. Now after you get done doing your surveys, all your surveys are going to be saved to that My Sonar Data. So let's go ahead and start your C-Scan Survey software. Now once the software is pulled up, you'll notice that most of the times it's going to say sonar not connected down here at the bottom right. So to get the sonar connected, you go to your waterfall screen and you right click. Once you right click, it's going to bring up this menu box. You need to go to Sonar Interface. Sonar Interface is going to bring up this box. Now you need to make sure that Explorer MKII is highlighted and then you hit start. Once you hit start, the sonar connection window will turn yellow to showing that it's discovered the sonar, and then eventually it'll turn green and show you that the sonar is connected. Now that your sonar is connected, you need to start a survey. And how to start a survey, you go up here to the top left corner to File, then go to New. Once you do that, it'll bring up this box, and this is where you would name your survey. Now, if you do not want to name it, it will default to the date. So you hit OK on this. And you'll know that your survey is ready to go because your GPS has now turned green. All right, now that you started your survey, and if your GPS is still not working or it's still showing red, just follow our video on GPS connection. All right, the next step is going to your Sonar Control window, which should be a tab on the side of your laptop. Once you pull up your Sonar Control window, you'll see several functions that you can do. Well, the first function is going to be where you turn your sonar on and off. Then you have your frequency selections and your range. But for right now, we're going to turn the sonar on. And your waterfall should start moving. Now, once your waterfall is moving, you need to test the sonar to make sure that it is properly talking between the computer and the sonar itself. So how you do that is what we call a rub test. Now you'll have two sets of transducers. You have your starboard side and you have a port side transducer. While the sonar is running, your waterfall is falling down your screen, you need to rub each transducer to show lines on your waterfall to show that the transducer is receiving and sending information to the laptop. And you'll do that with both sides. So you'll see that we did the starboard side and now we're doing the port side. And if you look here on the laptop, you'll see the lines on both sides where we conducted the rub check. Now that you conducted your rub check, you know your sonar is communicating properly. Now you're ready to get on the water and start your survey. Thanks for watching, and check out our other videos at Sonar Tech Skills. Now that you started your survey, and if you're, stop, dude.